All right, guys, how you doing? It's Rabea. I hope you're all well. Before we get stuck in, I just want to say a huge thank you to all those that have checked out my new EP with the Totemist, Less We Know. If you haven't heard about it, I'll put it in the description box below, but the response has been overwhelming, and I'm really glad you like it. Super happy with it, so thank you. Anyway, so back to the video. Basically, before I left for tour, Brian Ball got in touch and he said, hey man, I've got a new color of the Tosin Abasi Kaizen guitar that I would really like you to check out, called Kryptonite. And I thought, well, I know about the Kaizen, Tosin Abasi's awesome. Obviously, I'm a MusicMan artist now, and Brian's a legend, and I was like, 100% send it across, I'd love to check it out. Okay, so this is the Kaizen in Kryptonite. If you haven't heard of the Kaizen, I find that hard to believe, but if you haven't, essentially it's a collaboration between MusicMan and Tosin Abasi, and the whole concept behind the guitar is to push the boundaries of guitar design, ergonomics, and playability as far as possible. You know how Tosin is a huge fan of modern design with everything that he does, whether it's his own guitar company, the way he dresses even, you know, fashion and stuff. He's also a big fan of sports cars, which I can safely say is reminiscent in this particular guitar design. The Kaizen is a collaboration with Tosin and MusicMan, and as I said, it's probably the most futuristic modern guitar I've ever held. Feels way more modern than something like a Strandberg or anything like that, or even the Abasi guitars. Like, it's just made so incredibly well. I mean, when you combine the sort of design ethos of Tosin with the craftsmanship prowess of MusicMan, it's bound to end up in something pretty revolutionary. So as I said, the color is Kryptonite. My mate Joe, the other guitarist in Vower, he said, it looks like a Lamborghini, and that's fair to say. It's definitely Lambo vibes. But Kryptonite is this intense green color. It's got a little bit of a pearlescent quality to it. Of course, I'll do close-ups as well, so you can see this thing up close and personal. It's incredibly light. It's got a baked flamed maple neck, ebony board by the looks of things, 24 frets. It's a multi-scale guitar. So I think it's 24.75 inch scale on the bottom and 25.5 on the top. It's got these really cool tuners that I've forgotten the technical name for them, but I'll show you the close-ups. But these tuners are pretty interesting. You just twist these knobs and it tunes them up and down. They are locking as well, which is kind of cool. The pickups are MusicMan proprietary pickups. I'm going to guess they were designed in collaboration with Tosin for his kind of voicing. You've got a tone, a volume, a three-way toggle switch, and a multi-scale bridge, which is reminiscent of other MusicMan bridges. However, it is multi-scale, so it's kind of got this really interesting wedge shape to it. If I flip it over, again, you'll see on the close-ups, there's this huge control plate cavity that's actually been bent into the shape of the contouring of the body on the back, which is very, very cool. On the back here, you've got the heel bolt-on plate that says Kaizen in collaboration with Tosin Abasi. And one other thing that's really cool about these guitars is the infinity fretboard radius. Now, this is a concept that they've come up with, which is pretty easy to see. I'll hopefully be able to articulate this on the close-up, but when you're looking at the guitar from this angle, I can see there's a certain level of thickness within the fretboard, and when I flip it over, it's way thicker. Another way of thinking about this is that the infinity fretboard radius, when you're looking down at the guitar from the top, it still bows a little bit, but it goes like up and outward. It's like a wedge of ebony, which is kind of hard to see from here, but it's most certainly thicker on this side than it is from this side. It's safe to say that this thing's been designed within an inch of its life. It's super, super modern. Last thing I'd say is the pickups are different sizes. This is kind of a short-spaced, it's not as wide humbucker, and then you've got a sort of normal style humbucker there. So that's why it makes me think that you're going to be able to get really nice blended tones with this. There's no push-pull or push-push. It's just straight in, and I'm just going to put it through my rig. I've got a Victory Super Crack in here. I've got my gig rig pedal board on the floor with all the different Strifector and other pedals and stuff. So I'm curious to see how it fares in the kind of tones I like to do. But yeah, this is the Kaizen 6 in Kryptonite. Well, first thing we'll do is hear it straight into, what have I got going on here? A crunch. First thing I'm going to notice is, like, you can sit with it like this, it seems well balanced, but everything about the design of it makes me feel like I should be sat with it like this. That kind of reminds me of like a Strandberg, in the sense that the first time I picked up a Strandberg, I felt like I had to play it like this, and it sort of promoted more of a traditional way of playing guitar, if you know what I mean. Like flamenco guys sit with it like this. So I'm going to attempt to do this for a bit. We'll see how we fare. But anyway, yeah. Maybe I'll just go onto a clean super fast so you can just hear the pickups in a clean. So bridge. As I expected, it's very mid-forward. You can hear there's a lot of mids there. Middle position. As I expected again, it's lower output because it's like a split coil tone. Pretty sure we're just using outer coils here. But it's much thinner, so that's going to lend itself to adding compression, a little bit of drive to do the selective picking thing that Tosin does. And then the neck. Lovely amount of chime in that. Yep, okay. So back to a crunch. So I was expecting to feel something a bit different with regards to this infinity radius thing, and I'm not sure that I can. Although it's probably a good thing that it doesn't feel that alien, because, you know, that's not what you want with the new guitar, for it to feel so out there that it's hard to play, you know. Let's throw on some reverb and delay, because why not? Oh, and some compression, middle position. Play with it sat normally, but I have to say I'm liking that I'm liking the middle position and the neck, especially on that kind of tone. good. Doesn't feel like it's getting in my way at all. It's a nice feel. The neck it's thin, but it's not too thin. I'm not claiming how to do the whole selective picking thing. It's my own version of it because I cannot do what Tosin does, even though it's incredible. But it's the same effect. I just wanted to see how it would sound if I threw in the compression with a little bit of overdrive. What I'm going to do now is just play a load of stuff and you can hear the guitar in action, whether it's chilled, vibes, heavy, whatever. So I hope you enjoy this video. so I've had a little razz around on this thing. It's definitely, the more you play it, the more you realize just how different it is from a conventional guitar design. In a lot of ways, I feel like it would take me a little bit of time to get used to it properly. I'm kind of stuck between which way I sit with it. It feels really good playing like this, but when I get to this part of the fretboard, for me, I feel like I want it to be here so I can really focus in on what I'm playing up here. Outside of that, the fretboard radius, the infinity radius thing, it's a cool design. It doesn't feel very alien to me, especially not sat playing. It might be different when you stood up, but other than that, I really like the weight of it. It's very well balanced. The pickups are cool. In terms of the pickup voicings, for me, I really like the neck pickup. I like the middle position. The bridge, it's clear. I prefer a little bit more aggression from my bridge pickup than might be here, but obviously this is designed very specifically for Tosin and what he likes. I feel like with the right tone, you can totally do the, selective picking, animals as leaders style playing with this thing. It's worth saying this has got, I think, just 10s on it in E flat, so I'd probably set it up differently for myself. Would I personally go out and buy one? Probably not, because I'm not a big fan of the super uber modern thing, but then again, there's plenty of people out there that are, plenty of people out there that love modern guitars and the whole modern guitar world, as it were. I'm a bit more of a traditionalist. Like I like passive pickups, I like traditional shapes. The color is very Larry, very nice color. In fact, I think in terms of the paint job itself, it's one of the nicest kind of metallic, loud colors that I've seen. It's this pearlescent metallic green, so I really do like that. But anyway, those are some just quick thoughts on it. What do you think in the comment section below? Do you own a Kaizen? Would you own a Kaizen? Let me know in the comment section. As always, thank you for watching this video. Thank you to MusicMan for sending this guitar across for me to check out. And of course, if you like this video, please subscribe, considering sharing this video, sharing my channel. Check out my music, check out my merchandise. I've got different t-shirts and things for you all, different music to keep up to date with what I'm up to. Please like, subscribe and share. I've been Rabea and I will see you all very soon.